I really enjoyed shooting the video for a day in my working life. Although I got quite a few strange looks from members of the public and was even stopped by a security guard at one of the train stations, I was pleased that I was able to encapsulate a typical working day that included not only my day-to-day duties, but the actual life skills, so to speak, of getting to and from the office. I encountered a few difficulties while editing the videos, and it took a lot longer than expected, but being able to watch the video and keep it for posterity has given me a really interesting insight into my job. Looking at what I do and what kind of interesting people I get to meet has made me feel that much luckier, and this kind of offsets the amount of work I have to do on a day-to-day basis. The next task was to write an overview of my organisation and where I fit in within it. This was a difficult task for two reasons. Firstly, I work for a very large worldwide organisation that is extremely complicated and therefore difficult to summarise in one assignment. I decided to concentrate only on the part that I'm involved in, which itself is still quite large. The second difficulty was deciding how to go about this within the word count and include some diagrams, which I'm pretty poor at creating and I think still shows in my work. However, I think I managed a fairly reasonable job because as I began to create the diagrams, I also began to discover that there were a number of additional relationships within my circle of influence that I might not have spotted otherwise. I therefore used this assignment as a basis for investigating the relationships within my work setting. This was a really good exercise as a lot of the relationships within my current situation are relatively new, so this was a good chance to analyse them and look for areas where I can strengthen them and we can help each other to achieve our aims. Next came the research on the key competencies required for my job. This is something I'm very familiar with because it is only recently that I've had to apply for my new post and therefore had to do a lot of research on these competencies for the application process. During this process, I worked closely with my former human resources manager who gave me a lot of advice and input which was extremely helpful. I therefore thought of the idea of interviewing her regarding the connection with skills and competencies in order for me to better enable me to assess my own skills compared to those required for the job. This was a very interesting experiment and certainly gave me some excellent ideas for developing my own personal learning plan, giving me a better focus on the skills that I need to work on. The actual evaluation of the skills made it easier to identify those which I would like to develop. Unfortunately, within my organisation, we have a very good system of continued professional development, and this assignment certainly helped me to appreciate what is available and make sure that I take better advantage of it in the future. All in all, working through this module of investigating the work setting has been a very interesting and satisfying experience for me. Not only has it helped me to think about ways in which I can improve the things I do, but also the way I manage my time, my methods of communication with others, and how the people with whom I work feel about the way I do things and the relationships I have with them. It's helped me to appreciate my situation, but also to understand that there's only so much one can do in a day, and that work-life balance is extremely important. By getting that balance right, one can enjoy the best of both worlds. Thank you for watching.